Hey, Nope finally came out. I feel like it was awaited. I feel like we all was gonna see it around when it dropped. I seen it in theaters, which I'm glad I did. Mm-hmm. It was good. It was good. When I first watched it though, I feel like as many people, I was a little confused. You feel me? I didn't completely understand if it was like the best of the best. You know what I mean? I feel like when you watch a movie, you always compare it to either his previous works, you know what I mean, similar movies in his lane. But the one text that I always remember sending after it was, I was like, what's the last good Alien movie I seen? And I was like, I don't know. I really don't know. And to add all the others, which I hope we do discuss in this, is the subliminals that we suspect was throughout this movie. And one of the, I think it was one that you sent me, Cantley, where it was kind of a battle of people that were kind of struggling in life in a sense, were trying to take advantage of a situation or something so they were in a better situation.
Yeah, some of the articles and things I was reading, it was talking about just like the idea of being a spectacle, I guess, in a sense. And I was like, that's actually super interesting, whether it be, I can't remember, was it Gordy? Was that the monkey's name?
The monkey,
The monkey, just like him. And then, and listen,
that was, we got to talk about that too, for sure.
That is what I always tell people, man. People are like, I'd love to have this, I'd love to have this alligator as a pet. Or I'm like, bro, they are still like a wild animal. And the thing about it is, like, when they react in certain ways, I mean, you can't really be mad at them. I mean, like, that's just their natural instinct.
You can't predict it.
Yeah. So I mean, like, and I mean, it's kind of one of those things too, where I think when you look at society and even the things that have happened, like within like the last couple of years, like when is your breaking point? Whether it be you're an animal and you're like, put up for show and everything, whether you're, in a minority group of people, and, we know how that whole thing works. And it's almost like, when do you have your point of like, hey, like, I've had enough? And whether that be an alien in a movie, whether it be a monkey, I mean, I don't know. So I mean, I thought the fact that he portrayed that in that sense, I thought it was well done. But if you don't think about it in that way, though, I think you really don't understand that. I think all of us kind of think similarly in that respect. So.
I felt like I honestly liked it more than I thought I would. Not like I didn't think I would like it, but I don't know, just something about this one. I was just kind of like, I didn't know much about it. So I kind of went in with like lower expectations that I had in the past.
Yeah.
And I did really like it, but I do think what was different was like, I truly had brain off. Like, I was not how I'm usually in like a Jordan Peele movie. Like, oh God, it's so clear. Like the puzzle pieces are connected.
Yeah.
This time I was just like, wow, because it was a really like cool movie. It was a cool concept. Their whole like scheme in the end, the trap that they set was just sick. The visuals were great. Like the storytelling I thought was really good. And I think, so really the only theme that kind of stuck with me, which I mean, I'm sure a million different people see a million different things in that movie.
For sure.
The one that stuck with me was kind of the commentary on who and what history chooses to remember. The whole thing of like their family lineage, like their great grandfather was like the first man documented on camera, and no one knows who the hell he is, and they have to get the help of this white guy who everyone knows, and for their information to be credible. That was the biggest thing that stood out to me. But I did really like kind of the twist of it being a living thing, and how that like totally changed the story and how like the characters interacted with it. It was no longer like it kind of humanized the whole thing, and it made the main characters cooler, because now they're dealing with this living, breathing thing, and that's what they do, right? They're trappers, they're whatever, they know how to deal with animals. So I thought that added a whole nother level for them, where it's like they stand a chance now, whereas usually if an alien's coming down, I'm like,
you're like, it's over with.
I'm gonna try to run.
And
I won't get away, but
the visual in that one scene of the blood pouring over the White House was that whole thing was so cool, where it's like downpouring rain, and as it moves, the rain is going around it. And not to mention, then you get the, he looks up and he closes the door and just goes, nope. And everyone in the theater is like,
that's it.
There it is.
He said it.
Yeah, no, that's funny, because when I was watching it, I definitely felt that switch of the movie of, oh, it ain't a UFO. Like, oh, it ain't aliens. Okay. It's something else. And one thing I will say, I ain't gonna say I wish, but I was thinking more of was like, did it just get there? You know what I mean? Like, how long has it truly been there? Like, is there stories of it? Like, I just felt like it felt very sudden of, oh God, there's an animal in the sky that's killing me.
Because they almost made it sound like it was brought about by their dad's death. Like, oh, these things started happening when he died. But also, that's what killed the dad. And I'm like, you're telling me you never got hit by a flying
Nothing ever weird happened up to your dad getting killed by a flying quarter. I think it was a flying quarter coin. And that's all I was like, I wish there was a little, just a 5 minutes of saying like, yo, it came from the West Indies. I don't know. Something.
There were definitely a lot of things that were kind of touched on and then either had like kind of a real quick wrap up or like not one at all. Like they really went into the whole Gordy and what's his name, like the showrunner. Like they really went into that whole backstory and then just ended it.
That's it.
So.
Which the Gordy story was good.
Yeah.
What? It wasn't real, was it? Like, that wasn't based off a real story, or was it?
I mean, I hope.
Like in real life, like in the movie real life.
Like in real life. That didn't really happen anywhere, did it?
I know a lady like way back when. This is probably when I was like a kid. I think she had like a monkey or something as a pet, like it attacked her. But I don't think it was based on that. I didn't kill her. It, like, messed her face up pretty bad. But
like I feel like because monkeys are used in TV shows and stuff, right? Like I feel like that's a normal thing.
Michael Jackson had a monkey.
But when I was watching, I was like, why hasn't, like, monkeys are strong, like, and like you said, they wild animals. So like, I don't know. It was crazy to see a scene like that and be like, yo, that could happen. When I first went into it, I wanted to compare it to other, like I said at the beginning, I wanted to compare it to his other movies. And the more like I seen him navigate like his interviews and different things like that, like I feel like it was an experiment in a sense of like, I feel like every movie we get from him now, we're gonna have to think of them separately. Like we're not gonna be able to compare them movie to movie, and that's cool. I feel like he's pushing a lot of other writers, a lot of other directors to be like, no, you already did that. Like, do something else. Show us why we should go to your next movie, and it's not gonna be, you know what I mean? It's gonna be a completely different idea, completely different characters, all of that.
I feel like Jordan Peele is kind of like boxed into a category of like filmmakers who had to make like social commentary movies too after like Get Out. And, like it's just he just cast like black actors, which is like really cool because a lot of movies aren't. But I saw someone say that Nope is to the sky as to what Jaws is to the ocean, which I thought was really cool because it's like you know there was probably so many people who were scared to like swim after Jaws, go into open water, and like
100%.
Obviously this is different, but like it definitely makes you think like what's up there, what's watching me, or you know, those kind of things. Definitely thought provoking. I forget, I like had to look it up because I was trying to figure out what the symbolism of Gordy was, but like, you know, probably something to do with that dude who worked at the that little fair thing or whatever you want to call it, but it had to be some kind of like symbolism for his, you know, some kind of fear. I'm not sure. We could, you know, jump down the rabbit hole of what it means for hours if we wanted to, but you know, the performances I thought were great. Keke Palmer obviously getting her credit, which is rightfully deserved.
Perhaps this nation's most coveted treasure, may I say.
No kidding.
It's wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Put her in everything moving forward.
For sure.
The little dude who set up the cameras and everything too, I thought he was great.
He was pretty good. He grew on me through the movie too.
Yeah, for sure.
But one complaint, I think if they didn't show it, it would have felt a little bit more mysterious. Like the little UFO thing. Yeah. But it was also necessary to like.
If they waited longer, maybe. If they waited longer.
Just like build some more suspense as to what. Yeah. But then also like he had to see it like eating the stuff or whatever to figure out how to defeat it.
Exactly.
But I need to see it again because I'm, right now I'm kind of stumbling on figuring out what my actual thoughts are, but I know I enjoy it, which is what matters.
Yeah.
I think what you said kind of reminded me too, where you're talking about, it's Steven Yeun's character, the showrunner guy who was the little kid who survived the Gordy attack. I also like kind of tied that into the whole how history remembers things, because like apparently history is remembering that event as like a funny thing. Like he goes on that whole tangent about the SNL skit and everything, and it flips back and forth between him like making light of it, but then you see the actual thing and you're like, that is traumatic.
That was very traumatic. Yeah.
But he doesn't have the space to like feel that, you know what I mean? Because it was like, how do you be successful? You go along with whatever history wants you to go along with,
That's why I like I said, the article that Cantley sent me, it touched on that as far as like, especially in that time period, like early 90s, where he said like you would be a spectacle to be an Asian kid on a all white TV show. Like you would be a spectacle, and once that spectacle ran out, they done with you. Like that's it. Like we don't need you for nothing else. That gimmick or that you know what I mean, that type of show is done. We can't do that same type of show again.
Yeah, the box is checked for
exactly. Instead of just respecting him as just a regular actor. Like you could be in any show, you know what I mean? And I like how it tied it back of saying like that was how what happened to them is what they were trying to do to this alien they found. Now they were trying to make the alien a spectacle so they could get they come up and they'll be done with the alien after that.
You know what I kind of wonder though, and I don't know if this was in the article that I shared with you, Malik, or not, but like just the idea of like looking at things, I think kind of like ties back to the whole spectacle thing, because I think of the alien when you like look at it, and then even like the horse in the beginning when they were like, don't look at it, and they looked at the horse and they kicked the lady, which I thought that was funny. But then the part that was weird to me was when Steven Yeun's character did look at the monkey, there was like that cloth or something. And I'm wondering, like, is that like what is the meaning of that? You know what I mean? Like, it's just stuff like that where I'm like, like, what is he trying to say here?
Yeah.
Like what is the cloth between his eyes and the monkey's eyes? And and maybe it's just me digging too deep.
I was about to say, maybe you just watching it too.
Maybe, bro. Maybe I'm like, is this supposed to mean something? But I don't know. I thought that was super. I was like, this is crazy, kind of.
That scene was so chilling. I mean, top to bottom.
She was like standing up. I was like, bro, what is going on?
Yeah.
The sound effects, like everything about that scene, like I'm just sitting there like, and I told you guys the theater I like going to, they serve food and like drinks and all that stuff.
You're putting down your food.
I was holding a piece of pizza while that scene was going. I'm like, I'm just going.
Let me wait a second on that.
Yeah, let me hold on a second.
I will tell you that that would be a wonderful movie to have watched for the first time. Because at the end where the thing opens up, like even stone cold sober, I was just like,
this is so beautiful.
What is it?
No, that was funny.
It was fun. Like I just thought it was like out of all his films, like a lot of people enjoy his films because of the puzzle that you get to put together. But I thought this was just like
you could have just watched it just to watch it.
Original story, and that's all it needed to be.
Yeah, and we need more. I feel like we need more of those. That's why I like Jordan Peele. Because I feel like he breathes fresh air.
You got so close. That sounded so intimate. That's why I like.
That's why I like Jordan because of that though. I feel like he's very original, and like we were talking about film studios and stuff before this, and I feel like that is how you gain fandoms. Is what is you about to do next that we still gonna like, and he's been winning that so far for me.
Yeah. I can't wait so I can put the Blaze movies out. We're gonna give him a run for his money.
Yeah.
Dude, he might help with one.
Huh? Hey, I got some ideas for Mr. Peele.
We're hiring you to hold the boom mic.
Oh, what's up? I'll do it.
Thank you, Mr. Peele.
Hey, audio engineer.
Yeah, audio engineer. That's your only job, Mr. Peele. Thank you.
That's all you got to do. You had one job.